Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is, what is today? January 28th, 2021. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Offended by 7, selling. Don't FOMO on Dogecoin or alts. This game is not rigged. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Okay, dudes. Hello, my elite friends. You have questions, I have answers. Type in BitcoinMeister in the chat or do a super chat to get my attention, and I will answer your question. It is probably going to be about this WallStreetBets stuff that is going on that I am going to tie into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I have a lot of notes here, so it's going to be it's not going to be that organized, but bear with me, people. You will get the point. So let's just go with the start here. And yeah, here's the summary. There's that Wall Street Bets Reddit group, okay? A bunch of guys who think they're investors, who talk about stocks. That's great. They can decide whatever they want to buy. They saw that GameStop, a company that's a loser company, basically, that some hedge funds were really short on GameStop to a point where it seems a bit corrupt. I'm not an expert on that. It seems like maybe they broke the rules and were short on stocks that didn't even exist. I don't know. I don't play in the stock game, and this whole story is why even be there? Where, like, do you even know what the underlying asset is anymore? Is it even about the underlying asset anymore? Is it just a bunch of financial shenanigans? And that's fine. You know, if you understand what you're getting into over there, then you understand what you're getting into. I don't want to get into any of this stuff, okay? So these retail investors, these regular guys, started buying up this stock, which is not a good stock, not a good company. And they made the hedge funds, the big boys, look like fools, okay? Because they weren't prepared for such a situation, okay? They weren't prepared for a situation where they're short, where they would fail, okay? And over the long run, by the way, the hedge funds, the big boys that were short this stock, they are correct, actually, okay? This thing will go, I mean, is it going to go to zero? What, it got up to $400? It'll go back down to $5 or $2 or whatever. It's not a good stock, okay? But these regular guys in a Reddit group were able to manipulate it for a time to destroy the hedge fund's bets. Okay, now the Melvin one there was one called Melvin, one of the hedge funds. It got bailed out by another big entity. Okay, that big entity thinks that the people at Melvin are smart and they're going to be able to continue whatever they used to do. They're probably right. They probably got great terms by bailing out Melvin, too. Melvin's going to pay them back a lot of money eventually. Okay, that's their business also. So I want to say that all of this is based, a lot of this is based on the people, a lot of frustration among the Wall Street Bets people, okay? They do not like that the hedge funds are rich. They do not like that the big boys have an advantage in the stock market, that the regulators favor the big boys, okay? They don't like that. And so some of them wanted to destroy the big boys, okay? And they got their wish. They sort of destroyed Melvin Capital. I don't like that mentality. I don't like the destruction mentality, okay? If they went, now I understand the frustration with the regulations in the Wall Street market, in the stock market, in the traditional markets, that the big boys are favored by the regulators. Okay, I understand the frustration. So get into Bitcoin. Okay, this is where the big boys play. They're not favored here at all. And so what's happening now, of course, is that the guys that did this are being vilified. and they call it financial. I don't even want to say the word that they're being called, okay, by the regulators, and the regulators want to take care of the big boys to make sure this doesn't happen again, and it's giving excuses maybe why in the future regular people won't be able to buy stocks or something. I mean, they'll be, or if you were part of this, they'll figure out who you were, and you will be banned from buying stocks forever and ever. Okay, there's all sorts of different directions in terms of regulations that this can go toward. Okay, and okay, that's not cool, and you can complain about it, and many people are complaining about it, and say that the system is rigged, and clearly the people in the regulation, they're friends with the big boys. They're going to do what they're told. Okay, these little guys that did this thing today, they're no threat at all. Or yesterday, they're no threat. Okay, to short GameStop was correct. It is correct. It will fall again. They can't keep this up. It is a pump and dump. It is what they're doing in what the dudes, the Wall Street Bets guys are doing. They're pumping and they're dumping. And some dudes, there are all sorts of naive people that are jumping in on this and think there's something really behind this. This is part of a revolution. The revolution is GameStop, and it will be. No, it's not. Now, there's the mindset behind the original people behind this. It's a good mindset. It's people thinking, and it's keeping these hedge funds on their toes, okay? They're going to have to modify their ways also, or just beg the SEC to just not allow this again. Oh, okay, whatever. All right? But what I've just thrown out there, I don't know why anyone would want to be in stocks anymore. Why anyone, okay, they got, and it's fun to cheer them on, okay? It's fun to cheer the little guy on, because it's funny. The whole thing is hilarious. And I think it's cool because it's exposing the connection between the big boys in the stock market and the entities that are supposed to regulate it, all right? And it's exposing the day and age we live in where people can be financially cut off, okay? Where, again, some of the people who perpetrated this, if you want to use that as a term, they could lose access to the traditional financial markets because of this. And that I'm even saying this now, it's a disgrace, okay, that this is happening now in this day and age where people are, but that's why Bitcoin was created, okay? It's why Bitcoin is awesome. You cannot be cut out from it, okay? Robinhood stopped trading of GameStop today, okay? So the price dropped, and maybe they could take away the people's GameStop, okay? Not your keys, not your coin, okay? People are realizing, with all this third-party stuff, there's a lot of ways they can be cut off real quick and start screaming, it's unfair, it's unfair, it's unfair. Okay, it's unfair. Don't be in this game. Don't be in this. These guys, these Wall Street Bet guys are not going to win in the long run, okay? If they stay in stocks, they're not going to win if they stay in stock. Now, some of them are going over to Dogecoin now, and some of them are going over to Bitcoin, okay? And that's great. I think if people learn, the stock people learn lessons, all these young people that have extra money and extra time on their hands or whatever, if they learn some lessons from this and say, okay, we had our fun, we made our statement, now let's take it to a new level in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, whatever, that will be good. And I think some of that will happen. So pound that like button, everybody. Again, I don't compete, don't complain is what I like. And try to produce instead of destroy. So a lot of these people just, the animosity toward the hedge funds, the hate toward the hedge funds that is being exposed here, it's not healthy, dudes. It's not healthy. You're envious on a certain level. If you want to just destroy them, let them do what they're going to do. Let them stay in that old-fashioned financial paradigm where they beg the government to help them. You come to the new land here. You come to the Bitcoin overlay. You won't have to destroy anyone here, okay? You will be productive here. So starting this out at the base level, you went out to destroy the hedge funds. It's not going to end well for you because you had that base destruction, envious mentality at the very start, and that's just not healthy. All right. So it's funny what's going on over there. It's going to be sad that some people might be banned from buying stocks forever. It's going to be sad that because right now, you can't get on pre-IPO stuff. I have mentioned this before. One of the cool things about Bitcoin, it's like a pre-IPO, and anyone can get into it, okay? Facebook, only the big boys could get in the pre-IPO. At Google, only the big boys could get in the pre-IPO. So why not now? Only the big boys can buy stocks. You're laughing. You're like, oh, wait a second. That's how about retail? Well, maybe SEC will get rid of retail now. You don't know. All right? That's why even be in this? Why even be in this? Okay. So pound that like button. And when I say this, I mean the stock market. And I'm putting, by the way, Tuesday's show, I did podcast only. Okay. That's how controversial it was. I couldn't even put it on my backup channel. Okay. So I just put it, it's linked to below, and you guys can go there. Guys can listen to the show. And Brian Jacoto, who's been on the show before, and by the way, tomorrow's This Week in Bitcoin show, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Brian says something that's simple and it's great. Bitcoin is the best way not to play. Yes, Bitcoin is the best way not to play in the stock market. Okay, it is the best way not to play in it. If you play in the stock market, this is gonna keep on happening. You'll find little ways to poke and prod at the big boys if you want to do that, but it'll come slap you in the face. And again, GameStop is worthless. It's a joke, and some people are still buying high. Now, Johnny NY says the big boys can't win in the game of the Street Fighters, so they go pull the power plug. Okay, no, but they would win eventually. You see, it's amazing. They would win this thing easily. They're just one little minor loss, okay? They go crazy. They got to go tell mommy and say, SEC, just shut it down now. Shut it down now. They didn't have to do that. In the long, again, this thing is going to fall apart. The GameStop thing will fall apart eventually. But it just shows you how dependent some of these big boys are, and the media trying to vilify these people, and just the traditional entities, how far up the tuchus they are of regulators and stuff. It's hilarious. Like, dude, you're supposed to be big boys. Play like a big boy. All right. And yeah, Rocky, I will talk about UK BitcoinMaster is still not feeling well. If you want to have a show tomorrow, today, he'll be back on Monday, and we are wishing him well. UK BitcoinMaster. And Vention really sums it up nice here. It's a club, and you are not in it with the stock market. It is a club, and you are not. And it's funny. It's funny to see these dudes outside of the club try to, kind of poke at them. Okay, but in the long run, they're not in the club. So come to this club that anyone can be in. It's again, yeah. Now let's. I was going to compare it to clubs, private clubs, but let's not get. Okay, GameStop, and Brian says GameStop long expose the truth. Everybody learns at some point. They force you to play by their rules until they lose. Then they change the rules. Only the way to win is not to play, and that is with Bitcoin, as you said. Okay, and someone said today is Tu B'Shvat. Actually, yeah, today is Tu B'Shvat. Today's Tu B'Shvat. It's a holiday today. I kind of got it's a holiday celebrating the trees. The new year for the trees, they call it. So in Israel, they love to eat dates today, I think, and it's a minor holiday. It's a nice holiday. It's a happy holiday. There are not many happy holidays in Judaism. Well, there are plenty of happy holidays in Judaism, but they're not the way you guys understand happiness. I guess the people who are outside of Judaism. There's always so much praying and everything. I think secular people don't get that. But yeah, Tu B'Shvat, there's not a lot of praying. It's just trees and eating and stuff. So that today is Tu B'Shvat. Yes. All right. Let's. I think there was something else I wanted to say about. Oh yeah, Rhombus. We'll talk about that. That crypto. There's a lot here, dudes, that I have that I got to share. And so let me go back to Monday's show. I was so happy about being in Miami and being at an in-person event that was so awesome. And Tone is doing a great job here in Miami. Tone is so awesome. All the people that I met in Miami at the event, I'm still in Miami, of course, were awesome. But I wanted to point out some realizations that I didn't put on Monday's show. And some people aren't going to like some of the things that I'm going to say. And by the way, the excuse makers are going to say it's all what we were talking about before, all the regulation that they're going to try to put in here and all the banning they're going to try to do. It's for the safety of old ladies and stuff. All right. These Reddit guys are boosting up stocks and we have to protect the vulnerable. But no, that's not it's always for protection. The more regulations, the more stifling of innovation. It's always for protection. Protection, protection, protection. There's no protection in Bitcoin. Pound that like button. We don't need your safety. We don't need your protection. And so one thing that's going on in the cryptocurrency space is DeFi. All right. And if you go to an in-person event, and I know some of you don't, there just haven't been opportunities to go to in-person events, but it hits you like a brick wall. You know, there were 100 people there probably. And they're just so many people were talking about DeFi. It's going to be ICO on steroids, okay? They talk about altcoins. They want flavor. They haven't been around for the flavors of the month, okay? And let them gamble. Let them experiment. And a lot of people just feel like they can't get into Bitcoin any other way. They think one Bitcoin is so expensive. We got to try this new stuff. We got to try this hype stuff. And there's something behind the DeFi. And perhaps one day, part of the stock market will be decentralized finance, okay? That stocks will be on Ethereum. I don't know. I think that's better than the current situation, okay? And I want to stress this to everyone out there who thinks that they want to get in on the next WallStreetBets hot stock to get back at the man, all right? I would rather own Ethereum. Okay, if you gave me an option, should I be part of this revolution against the stock market, or should I own Ethereum? I would no 100% of the time buy Ethereum. Okay, now again, buy Bitcoin, of course, but I'm just telling you, I'm just putting in perspective how the stock market thing. You're going to lose on the long run. You can make your stand or whatever, but you're going to lose. It's rigged. That game is rigged. If you want to get back at the man, and I'm mentioning Ethereum because I do believe that could change the way stocks are sold and could get rid of some of these weird regulations and it could get rid of the club in a way. But that's up for all those guys in DeFi and all those, and that's why experimentation is interesting and good. That for all the what do I want to say? All the Ethereum developers, they can worry about that. I'm not an Ethereum developer. I don't care about the stock market, really. I really don't. I've been in this Bitcoin thing since 2013. I gave up on the stock market, in 2015. Okay, I realized like this is why even diversify into that stuff. Why even? It's diversification for the sake of diversification. If you're jumping into the stock market at this point, what you're blindly doing what your dad did. You got to think about this, dudes. Why even? And so in Robinhood land, there's just a lot of day traders that are they still haven't woken up that there's even cryptocurrency out there yet. And when they do, then we won't even have these issues anymore. Okay, and maybe it's already happening. They're coming to Dogecoin. Okay, and yeah, so people are gambling on altcoins. I mean, there was straight up a guy telling me I can't afford a Bitcoin anymore, so I'm in altcoins. And again, the next step though would be like once you make your altcoin wealth, and that's not guaranteed, then some of the smart people will then convert it to Bitcoin. So the altcoin pumps, the altcoin gamblers, some of it does go into Bitcoin eventually. I tell the people, dudes, just buy the real thing. I know $32,000 sounds like a lot of money, but most of the altcoin stuff is completely nonsense. the DeFi stuff, a lot of it will be nonsense. A lot of it will, some of it will be innovating, but it'll be just like the ICO thing before, okay? It's gonna go parabolic and then something will survive from it. And hopefully really good things are learned and produced out of it. Now, and I keep on saying this is where the big boys play. Life should be where the big boys play, okay? I hope people learn their lessons and don't go crying to the government over what's going on in the stock market, okay? Just don't worry about rules being enforced for them, for you, but not for them. Don't worry about that. Just don't go to Bitcoin. Go to Bitcoin. Just where you control, where you understand what the underlying asset actually is, okay? And you actually get to hold the underlying asset. And because does everybody understand what they're even holding when they think they own a stock on Robinhood? They're nothing. And then do they really know about the company? Or are they just playing, let's beat the people that are shorting this, okay? It's a big game. And the stock market has become a really huge game, and know what you're getting into. Why not get into something where it's really simple for those who want it to be simple? I want to own something that's real. It's Bitcoin. There's no game. And once I own it, I don't have to worry about any games that are being played, all right? I own it. I don't even have to worry about if the government shut down every single place to buy Bitcoin at, okay? Or doesn't allow, if the government says, okay, no more Bitcoin trading at Robinhood and PayPal. If you already own Bitcoin, it's fine. It's totally fine. Now, all right, let's talk about Chamath running for governor in California. I think that is a very good thing. Because it's 0% income tax is what he wants, all right? He is a huge Bitcoin fan. So for all the people who like to fuddle on Bitcoin, that it'll become illegal one day. Now, I'm not saying he's going to become the governor of California, but if he became the governor of California, I think it would be, at that point, you would I don't know how anyone can say oh yeah, the federal government's going to make Bitcoin illegal one day. Yeah, when the governor of California is one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin. Yes, surely that will happen. But I don't, all his social justice nonsense, I don't agree with any of that. Most of that stuff that he's talking about. Probably any of that stuff. I don't know about every single social justice because some of it isn't even social justice. Some of them might be just common sense stuff that he talks about. But I'm sure I disagree with him with so much. Some of the stuff I've heard coming out of his mouth, trying to help victims and praising just a victim mentality. He's no victim, okay? But sometimes he talks, I don't like putting victims on pedestal. But 0% income tax, if he really did that for California, that would help California a lot. That one thing would make him a better governor than obviously the current governor over there. And Chamath keeps on talking about the recall efforts. Maybe that's how he plans to run for governor. Not wait for his turn, but add to the recall effort. So good for him. All right, good. Bitcoin guy. Good. So I'm just reading some of my notes that I was going to read out, but I think I've covered over them. But yeah, if you want to get back at the man, get into Bitcoin. How about that? And you don't have to destroy anything that way. You just get something productive. Okay, Robinhood has stopped supporting purchases of GameStop, of course. And for some, this creates free advertising space for decentralized finance. It does. It does. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that because we've just I'll link to below my TikToks. I've been doing TikToks for Bitcoin, for Coinbase every day. They're funny. They're 15 seconds. Maybe it'll get some 80%ers into Bitcoin. You don't know. It's been fun though. Rhombus is live, apparently. The crypto dividend for Bitcoin called Rhombus is live. You can. I talked about this actually on Tuesday's show, also on the podcast. That's why you listen to. You don't be an algorithm servant. Actually, go to my podcast version too, because sometimes I can't do videos because it's just there's too much they can't be said on YouTube. But yeah, the Rhombus Crypto-dividend is pretty much live. The claiming, I have not tried to claim it yet. So claimer beware. But it's out there. And I'm sure some people will start claiming it soon. I don't know if it's fully operational yet, but I think by Friday, everything should be running smoothly over there. You can check it out. By the way, another thing about Miami meetup, there were a lot of women there, more so than most of the time in the cryptocurrency space. So I don't know if that says something about Miami or that maybe the space is changing. But usually it's 5% women. It might have been like 25% women there. It was quite a high percentage. So hey, this is something I wanted to point out there. Everyone is welcome in the Bitcoin space. No one can be, they can't make rules banning people from here, unlike other financial spaces. All right, let's keep going. If there are any other questions, there's a lot of people. Somebody missed the boat already, says Johnny NY. Who missed the boat already? They didn't miss the boat on Bitcoin. Oh, Johnny NY says 31 Bitcoin make you a millionaire today. Good to know. Thank you for that information. I usually share that. Rocky says, oh, here we go. He usually knows about these claim things better than I do. Claiming Rhombus with the Trezor does not work at the moment. Uh-oh. They are working on it. Oh, good. Okay. Electrum Segwit 3 wallets are also not working. Electrum BC1 wallets seem to work sometimes. Okay, guys, take your time. Take your time. Trezor isn't working right now. Wait until it works. And don't rush things, dudes. But Rocky, thank you for that update. That was that's very helpful. And it's linked to below, dudes. And there's a Rhombus Discord. Someone put in the chat there. Oh, God. We got Rhombus. People know about this crypto dividends. Hey, I love crypto dividends. Let these altcoins keep on making altcoins. They should all new altcoins should distribute to Bitcoin holders for free. That's the best way to get your altcoin out there. Because I'm not into destroying altcoins. I'm not into destroying the stock market. I'm not into destroying hedge funds. Let them do what they're going to do because you can find ways that it can benefit you. All right. So I just said altcoins. A lot of them are complete jokes. Whatever. But if they want to give their joke coins, maybe there'll be some more memey. You see, this is another thing. A lot of people think the whole GameStop thing is like, oh, it's memes. It's cool. That's going to be the new trend. We're going to make all these memes, and that will pump up stocks, and that will pump up altcoins. It's not sustainable, people. It's not sustainable at all. There's no financial logic behind it at all. It can be fun for a while, and there are going to be some winners and losers, but it's pumps and dumps. So I would expect maybe there'll be more Dogecoin type of things. The reason the Robinhood people keep pumping Dogecoin is because it's meme-based. And it's funny, to see it, climb on CoinMarketCap. All right. Now, if someone creates a new meme altcoin, I will say this thing is trash. Obviously, it's based on nothing. But if you want to give it to me for free, and I can turn it into Bitcoin, that's great. And you meme people are marketers. And what better way to market than to give your product to Bitcoin holders? So again, some people will say, oh, Adam, this is so wrong of you to talk. You know these coins are terrible. How can you say their names? People will not understand that you're not supposed to buy them. They're only supposed to get them for free. How can't they understand what I'm clearly stating? I mean, this is where the big boys play. If I clearly state, don't buy something. Never buy something you get for free. But yet people will stay. You Bitcoin Inquisition people out there. Okay. You come at me like this, okay? Where you say, like, when I straight up explain in simple English not to buy something you get for free, that somehow I'm supporting, I'm telling people to buy it. No, I mean, it's proper use of the English language. I tell you not to do something doesn't mean I'm telling you to do something. But the people in the Bitcoin Inquisition think it does. That when I say not to do something, I'm telling people that people are so stupid that they think I'm telling them to do something when I tell them not to do something. And some people are that stupid, probably, but that's their own fault. Okay, personal responsibility is new counterculture. If you do not understand the English language, then I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But I'm just saying, let them do what they're going to do over there. If they're going to give it away for free, I'm going to take it for free safely, dump it for free safely, and turn it into Bitcoin. Instead of all these people wanting there to be the next Bitcoin. Every altcoin is going to be the next Bitcoin. Whatever, dudes. Crypto dividends are an awesome part of the Bitcoin ecosystem that more people should know about. Airdrops, forks, they're awesome. They're awesome because it's not hurting anyone. They're just creating. Okay, they are creating, and you don't have to get. No one's is forcing you to buy them. You can get them for free. It's freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome because people say, "Oh no, but Bitcoin isn't a productive asset. You can't get interest on it like you can get at a bank." No. Crypto dividends are the interest that you get on the Bitcoin. These people, these freaks, whatever you want to say, that are producing these altcoins, that is interest. That is crypto interest, crypto dividend, whatever you want to call it. All right. Let's see. What else do we have in here? All right. And by the way, again, people who are a little new here, they see the high energy level and they don't understand it. I love freaking life, dudes. Anyone can do this, have this high energy level if you are healthy. And that I'm in the real world. I'm going to go running soon, okay? I really want to go running right now. But I'm doing this show. It's fun. Tomorrow's show's at 1 p.m. But so many people, I feel bad for the people who cannot grasp the joys of life. To enjoy every single freaking day of your life and to go cojones to the wall in life and have high energy, and then you don't need coffee. You don't. I don't drink any caffeine. I don't do any. I only eat natural food. Eat real food. Only drink water. But the default for all the people out there, is he must be drinking. He must be this. He must be that. You're very naive. You're very much caught in the matrix, where you think you need magic pills to wake you up and do this. And when you can just have a mindset where you just enjoy life and you just know we are living in a golden freaking age here, okay? I talk about Peter Diamandis on a recent show, and most people are stuck in doom holes where they assume the worst about a person, okay? And they just assume, it's not natural. Why can someone be that happy? Why? Dude, we are living in these exponential times. We are living in a time of abundance. Live it, baby. Live it. Don't hide from it. Enjoy it. That's what I do. And that's what this channel is about. And that's why I'm saying I don't like that a lot of the Robinhood stuff, or the stock market freak stuff, whatever, I forgot what it's even called now. I don't even care. Is based on destruction. I don't like when destruction is the base for something. Now, Rocky said, it should be very clear to people. You have said so many times, do not buy what you get for free. Anyone who doesn't understand not to buy altcoins isn't worth the time of day. Pound that like button, Rocky Palumbo. Pound that freaking like button. All right, now, what else do we have here? Let's get back. Oh man, I hope I'm covering everything that's in the title of this thing. What did I say? I said we would talk about we talk about WallStreetBets, DeFi, Dogecoin, Coinbase. All right, so Coinbase has made it official. They're going to go public. That's not really big news, but because we already knew they were going to go public. It's great. It's great for the space. And as I say, if you don't like Coinbase, don't use Coinbase. Okay, I know a lot of people don't like Coinbase. Compete, don't complain. Make your own Coinbase. Go to Gemini. I don't know, but yeah. Oh, good. We did. I think we've already covered everything here, and I still have a lot of notes here. Okay, we talked about. Another thing about Miami, and when we're talking about asset seizure, a lot of people in Miami are of Cuban descent, and of Venezuelan descent now. And they know all about assets being taken away from them by the government. So this is why partially it's a prime location. Part of the reason why it's a prime location for this being the Bitcoin capital of the freaking United States is that a lot of the people understand what unconfiscatable really means. Okay, their grandfathers, or in the Venezuelan case, they themselves have had property confiscated by the government. And that's why Bitcoin is so awesome, because they know that is not the case. But their real estate those guys from Havana originally, their grandfathers, they're not getting their real estate back. Fidel has their real, or no, well, the state has their real estate down in Cuba for years and years and years. So that's why you get into Bitcoin. So you don't have to get into those type of situations again. All right, but another pro Miami thought coming from Adam here, tying it into the glorious people of the city. All right. And yeah, I got to say, the media, some people in the media that are just scapegoating the GameStop people, like say, oh, you see, this is what happens when you know who was president beforehand. All this financial shenanigans by individuals. It's such scapegoating. It's such nonsense. Okay, they're the problems. Yeah. The independent investors, the dudes doing these wild things, they're the problems of the world today. I mean, they're trying to blame them for everything. It's pathetic. The names they're calling these guys, these guys from a Reddit group. But that's the way it is. Everything is exploited by the media entities to break down the individual, to join this mindless board. Okay, and so that's why I think the GameStop thing is cool. Because they are some unique beasts over there. They're definitely some unique beasts over there. But there's only only so far you can take it. Only so far you can take it. And it is just and what they're doing will lead to calling for them being called more names and people to stop these evil game stoppers. And we need to protect the old ladies, as I was saying before. So that's why you get into Bitcoin, because you don't want to play in that game. And there was something trending on Twitter today. I don't know how true this is. People are flocking to Coinbase after leaving Robinhood, which introduced limitations on various securities. Now, of course, at Coinbase, you can't buy stocks. So we're kind of talking apples and oranges here. But on a certain level, if you were just in Robinhood and you were just a pure gambler, and now you can't gamble what you want to gamble anymore, but sure, on Coinbase, you can gamble all sorts of weird altcoins. So come on over to Coinbase and buy Bitcoin. All right, but I can't stop the gamblers from having their gambler mentality, but maybe some of them will stumble upon Bitcoin if they really are jumping from Robinhood to Coinbase. And I don't know how true that is. Okay, and Niraj says, if you could trade equities on decentralized financial infrastructure, we simply wouldn't be having this problem. Yeah, we would be in a different realm. And if you could just trade stocks on Uniswap, yeah, that would be cool. Now, but again, why even be in the stock world? Okay, now I'm not going to talk about that. All right. If you drive a car that's younger than Bitcoin, you're short Bitcoin, said Matt Odell. Pound that like button. I like that. I'll link to that eventually. Not everything is linked to below yet, but I think you can. The Rhombus thing is, but I think you guys can find. This has just been tomorrow. We'll talk more about Wall Street freaks, whatever this was called, GameStop. Okay, what's this one? Gigi says, the plebes have delivered a significant blow to the establishment, and they did it by playing within the rules of the game laid out by Wall Street and regulators. The establishment does not like this, and as a result, they are beginning to ponder changing the rules of the game. So that's another thing that I have talked about with Bitcoin. It is the only thing where the rules of the game do not change. 21 million. We call it the security truth machine. Dan Tapiero came up with that. The truth does not change here. The rules of the game change in the stock market. Okay, they can change. You might not be allowed to participate in it anymore. That's a big game change. That's a big rule change there. And so I've talked about for years that the game that we're living, not year, but the last year, the rules of the game in so many aspects of our lives keep on changing. And with Bitcoin, it does not. It's like the one thing. It doesn't. And that I'm pointing this out because so many people say Bitcoin is boring. It doesn't change at all. No, logical people want stability. They don't want to have to change it. They don't want to have to reconfigure their whole portfolio, their whole lives because there's new rules. Oh, you can't go here anymore. You have to wear this on your face now. You can't. Bitcoin, it's the same. It's it. That's it. It's over. It's the same. All right, okay. Well, the rules don't change. Liberty. Here, Liberty Blitzkrieg. Michael Krieger. People clutching their pearls about GameStop are the worst. Financial markets have been a total farce for at least a decade, and this is merely exposing it in the most embarrassing way possible. Pound that like button. There you go. There you go. It really does expose how silly this stuff has become, how ridiculous this has all become. And they're playing by the rules of the game. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. And if you just let things go naturally, the big boys would adopt and they would crush these people easily, okay? Because to short GameStop, it makes sense. It makes sense. There's nothing wrong with shorting stocks, okay? It's part of the discovery process, all right? But they were, again, the way they were shorting it, these 130% numbers, there seems like there's some, I mean, they took it to a level where they might have had some unfair advantage or something. I don't even know. But this is what happens. If you go short, I mean, something like this can happen. Some unforeseen weird thing can happen and you can get wrecked. And that's what happened. But that's part of the game. I mean, that's part of financial markets. There is no sure thing. All right. Oh, and Alistair Milne says it was another glorious day for efficient market hypothesis. And he was saying that ironically, because eventually the market is efficient. Eventually all the information that's out there is known by everyone and people act logically. But there are so many people in the Bitcoin, in any market that just don't think, they're not very efficient. They're not very logical. Over the long run, markets are efficient. But he would bring up the efficient market hypothesis when people would say the halving is priced in. The halving is priced in. Everyone knows about the halving. No, not everyone knew about the halving. Yes, in a perfect world of smart people that do all their research, the halving would basically be priced in based on efficient market hypothesis, all right? But the people that are in these markets are insane. They don't care about logic and reason. They care about memes and just whatever scary FUD article comes out there. They don't know. The halving is the most basic thing in Bitcoin. Everyone should know about it that's in the market. And that's why people say it has to be priced in. No, that's not it. Sadly, this is where the big boys play. People who come into all sorts of markets don't know. They don't know what shorting is over there in the stock market. They don't know what controlling your own private. They don't know some of the basic things you have to know about if you really want to do well. And that's why most traders do horrible. So efficient market hypothesis is something that slowly happens. Slowly, the markets are efficient in a way, but there are a lot of stupid people in these markets, and so the market can just be irrational for so long. And in terms of the Bitcoin market, the irrationality is that people don't know about the halving, the upcoming halvings, and thus, there's a lot of turbulence. The year and a half before the halvings, that people think it's the end of the world. They keep on thinking it's the end of the world. They don't understand there's going to be a supply shock soon. They don't factor that into their decisions at all. And then after the halving, once there's the supply shock, you see that there's less of it out there. And that's awesome. And then the market wakes up and you see this insanity that happens. And in terms of price, glorious price appreciation. Okay, enough about efficient market hypothesis and all that stuff. My advice to you guys is just it's a roller coaster in Bitcoin. A lot of stupid people do stupid things and they jump on trends, and that affects the Bitcoin price. Just like in the long run, jumping on every meme that these Wall Street gamer dudes come up with is not good. You will lose. They're all pumping dumps. They are all pumping dumps, and you will lose because the market will win in the long run. The underlying asset, GameStop, it's there. Okay, and I think that's okay. There's other stuff, but this has been going really long, and I'm just gonna see if there are any other comments, and then leave you with an inspirational quote tweet that I've been meaning to share. The last halving isn't fully priced in until the next halving, says Rocky. Well, that seems like the way things are working. Again, you just have to know about the halvings, dudes, and just know that this is not like a 1 year thing. When you get into Bitcoin, know about the 4 year freaking cycle, and don't be a trader and get into all sorts of short term capital gains stuff. All right, we don't have any other people that are only Rocky is he's putting BitcoinMeister in there. I don't see any super chats. And we got a lot of people over there, so that's good. All right. Let's spread the word, dudes. Remember, we will be back tomorrow, Friday at 1 p.m. for This Week in Bitcoin. And I will leave you with this on a happy note right here. It's been a happy show, I think, man. I'm happy to be in Bitcoin. I don't have to worry about all this nonsense. What's this? Miller isn't concerned. Who's he talking about? Bill Miller says, not owning any Bitcoin has been a massive mistake, and we expect that will continue to be true. I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember, subscribe to this channel, pound that like button, subscribe to the backup channel, go to the podcast. Thanks a lot. Oh, wait. Any new... I am going to yell at you, dude. Andy Gummy Bear says, any new thoughts on Litecoin? Don't yell at me. Dude, I hope you're trolling. I really hope you're trolling. Because that's not a question that should be asked here. I've made it very clear what Litecoin is. It's nothing. And so my opinion, it doesn't change. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. And I really feel for the people who ask that as a serious question, they are going to just get wrecked and wrecked and wrecked and wrecked over and over again. So it's just, they want people like me to confirm their foolishness, that it's like a legitimate thing. It's something that you should buy, that it's something it's nothing. It's a test net for Bitcoin at most. And just, there's so many people out there that just in various I hope you're not one of them, but they just want some confirmation from authority that their altcoin is legitimate. So they want an opinion. If just this guy says the name Decred, if he just says Litecoin, it'll make me feel better about my terrible investment in buying this thing instead of buying Bitcoin. There's no excuse in buying the top tier altcoins. All right, there's no excuse. Like Litecoin, Ethereum, there probably is an excuse. But all the other ones, there is no excuse to buy them. And so everyone who asks me about their favorite altcoin just wants to feel good about themselves. Let me tell you how you feel good about yourself if you're an altcoin holder. Dump it and buy Bitcoin. You'll feel really good. That's what I've been saying for quite some time. And had you done that, your Bitcoin holding, again, you value your wealth in Bitcoin. All these people with the Hex and the Litecoin and this and that, they don't even get. They see the price going up, and so they want me to say, oh, look, the dollar price went up. You guys are so smart. No, you guys are fools, because the price of Bitcoin has gone down horribly, and you would have been much better buying the Bitcoin. So we leave it with that. And Gummy Bears, I really hope you were just joking there, and that you don't value your wealth in Litecoin, because you're going to continue to be wrecked. And you really shouldn't be even think psychologically what you're doing when you ask that question. If you were seriously asking that question, you're just looking for confirmation that what you did, which was wrong, was right. All right. And it will continue to be wrong. And no matter what altcoin hype dude out there says you were right, you were wrong. Pound that like button. See ya.